And we are back again. So this one is going to be a bit different from what that I always do. Beginning of this week, was it actually this week? A friend of mine called and he said, Maggie, there is this lady that I want us to meet up to. She's looking into doing a marathon. So I said, fine, cool. I'm always game for business anyway. So we went and I met her and she told me a very interesting story. Well, the reason behind, she's looking into doing a marathon or a fun run to raise awareness for children born with defect heart.
To me, I was like, okay, it's not just an awareness now I just want to make sure that I help these people. I help them from them getting checked. It's 50,000. But there are mothers who can't even afford to have that 50,000 to just get a medical insurance for a child. So where will she have the 50,000 to just go get checked? Yeah. And then after you get checked, you find out that you're carrying a child who has a problem. That's already another burden altogether. I want to follow up on them having that baby. If the baby makes it to the surgery, for that baby to get the surgery done. Once that surgery is done, from there it needs also help making sure that that baby can survive, because getting a surgery done doesn't mean it's fixed.
Yeah.
Maintaining it, sustaining it, is you being able to get a healthy baby.
Yeah.
Meaning that you have to eat healthy, you have to make sure you take the right drugs, you have to make sure you give them the right formula. There's a lot of things that they have to go through. So them getting just the surgery done is not good enough.
True.
So that is where I started, and I was like, I need to do the walk. And that's when I met up with Adam, and I just spoke about it, and he was like, hey, I have someone you could talk to, and maybe she could help you organize this.
For some of you guys who does not know that I'm an event planner, I do marathon and parties and different events. So if you're looking to doing events, I'm your girl. Then she got to tell me a story behind why the fun run will be called Mikoh Fun Run, yeah? Mikoh Fun Run, yeah? Mikoh, yeah. So the story that she told me, it's actually moved my heart as a mother, and I really wanted, if I can't tell the story, I won't do it justice, but on that story, there's this young millennial who she had so much courage that I was like, you know what, guys, I'll be selfish if I won't bring her up to tell her story and for it to serve as a motivation for other people out there who are struggling, they might be going through the same situation that she's going through or that she went through, and how she came forth towards it. So I'm going to ask her the 5, which is going to tell us who she is, what is she doing now, and a story of what led her to come on board. And yeah, welcome.
Thank you. So I'm Daisylin Mwakawago.
Okay.
I'm in school right now. I'm in grade 11 in IST.
Ooh, nice. Yeah. So, you're in school. You're doing all that. Tell me about your story with your triplet siblings.
So, I was 4 years old when I got the news that mom was gonna have a new baby, and I was an only child, obviously.
Yeah.
It was quite nice being an only child.
Yeah.
And then she came back home with the news that I was gonna have a sibling, but she wasn't sure if it was a girl or boy.
Yeah.
Then a few days, weeks, she went and checked, and turns out she was having 2.
Ooh, okay.
And then
my second visit to the hospital, and that's when I went with my mother. And when we were there, the lady who was doing the ultrasound, as she was doing it, she says, do you have any kids? And I said, yes, I do. I have 1. And then she goes, I guess, so you have 3. So my mom thought that that the lady didn't know. I already know I'm having twins. So she was like, yeah, the 2 and the 1 at home, we're very grateful. And And she was like, no, she's having three. She has three babies in here. And I started crying. So the lady got scared and she was like, I'm so sorry. Is it bad? And I was like, no, I'm just having mixed feelings because I don't know how to feel, because I don't know how real this is. I can't imagine it. My mom almost fainted. They had to put her down to sit, and I had to sit with the doctor, and the doctor said, the ultrasound shows that you have your triplets and they're all alive. And I was like, oh, thank God. He's like, yes, but it looks like one of the babies has a congenital heart defect. And I was like, okay, what's wrong with the heart? And they said he has the transposition of the great arteries, TGA. So I was like, what does that mean? And they said it means that the vessels are upside down, so the blood goes through the air, and air goes through the blood vessel. And so he was like, we'll have to, you have several choices to make. Either we absolutely we kill the baby because it's on its own bag, unlike the identical ones who were in one bag. So we could just terminate one. That way you have more room for the other ones to grow. But then it could also affect the other two, and it could also affect you as well. And I was like, okay, so what are the chances of it? It's like, well, the chances is like about maybe 13%, because this happens in like millions. It just to have natural triplets. And now with this, it's a bit complicated, and it's more complicated that baby won't be able to survive. You could just have a still baby. You could just give birth to a still baby. I kept on asking myself, if going all through this, where I come from, we have a lot of women who are, one, they don't get blessed to have kids as quick as others. Not talking about multiple kids, just that one child. But then there are those who even have that one child, but the child doesn't survive. And every time they don't know what the reason is. But they'll come up with things like, oh, it's a yukichacha, chamimba, or something, but nothing in precise is saying that something is wrong with this baby while the baby is still alive in your stomach. That is not happening at home. So for me, that kept on going on. So with everything I went through while I was there, and with the whole process until I had the babies, even when I had them, towards the end, it was even harder. What I had to go through, that's another story altogether, for a different day. But then, him surviving to make it to the fourth day where he had to do the surgery to correct the heart. It got corrected, and every time they would call you, they tell you stay near the phone, and the operating room, they'll call every hour to tell you what they're doing. So the hour that when I picked up the phone and they said that we've now removed his heart and we've put his body on ice, and now we're correcting the heart. And from there, I just told my husband, then, you know what?
Don't tell me anymore.
Please, I'm not picking up this call. You can go on with it. I'm done now. I can't take it anymore. So from there, I just stopped. I was like, you know what, God? This is on you. I can't. So I sat there until it reached a time where they said he's out. He came out. They said we've corrected it, so let's just see how it goes. And even with that, he stayed at the NICU, the ICQ, for almost 3 months. It was hard for him. His heart stopped 3 times. there's a time that it stopped, and the doctors kept on, they were holding him like a doll, pumping the heart because it was so small.
Yeah.
And I was just there shouting and saying, stop, can you please stop? But they, according to them, they said they didn't hear me saying anything. But I said, stop it, just let him go, just stop. And but then he, I could hear tee 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 tee, so it picked up and he was back. And even when it was happening, he was looking at me as they were holding me, and I was crying, shouting, stop it. But the doctors were looking at me saying that I wasn't saying anything, but I was shouting, saying, stop it. So again, miracles happen, and I believe in miracles. If there's one person who's gone through miracles, it's me.
It was kind of a mixed emotion situation, but then when they came, I was quite accepting, and like looking back at it right now and thinking back how young I was, I think I surprised myself with what I did.
Having her was like an angel to me. It was not a child, I would say, and every time I say it and every time I think about it, no one will understand. But really, it wasn't a child. She had refused to go to school. She wouldn't let go of me. I would just be laying down because I couldn't, I was feeling very horrible all the time. I was puking, I was, spitting, and even when I woke up, I would find that she had taken all the bottles that I spit on. She has gone and washed them and put water and Dettol, that way it doesn't smell bad for me. And that doesn't come out of a 4-year-old.
True.
And who taught her to do that? I wouldn't have thought. I never would have thought to do it myself.
Yeah.
So, but then for her, it was just an angel to me. And we had this song that we kept on singing that, it's just the two of us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us. It's Will Smith's song. So it was just me and her, and we just kept on going. And
I did everything possible that I could do, so I would help her find easier and more effective ways to feed them, to get them distracted so that mom would get to do what she needs to do and rest when she can.
That's nice. Tell me about the fun run.
So, so the walk or the run is called Mikoh's walk, and Mikoh is the youngest sibling out of the triplets. When he was born, he was born with a, I think, upside down heart, which is the CHD disease that he was born with, and it was I obviously don't remember, but from what my mom has told me, it was really hard for her to go through, and even when I was being told and growing up, it's something that's hard to take in and to hear about. But basically, he was born blue, and because the air wasn't traveling to the right place into his heart, and so they had to surgically remove his heart and then put it back normally, and then put it back in him so that his heart can be able to perform the functions it's supposed to.
Oh wow. So you going through that at a really young age, and your mother was telling me how brave you were, to the fact that you were able to feed the triplets, find the easiest way for you to feed all of them all at once, and for she coming out to take a look at that was quite nice. What can you tell the young people out there, the millennials, who they might be going through this similar situation and they don't know how to deal with it, they don't know how to hold on to and what to look forward to?
I think that just keep on going and having that faith. Personally, I believe in God. I'm not sure if they do or not, but believing in God and trusting that everything does happen for a reason, and God doesn't make you fight a war that you cannot, because He knows what you're capable of doing and what you're not capable of doing.
True.
So just keep doing what you're doing, and just like think of look forward to what will come in the future. So like then I didn't know. I was just doing it because I loved my brothers and I loved helping my mom. And then looking at it now, they've grown so big. They can do stuff on their own, even though they're annoying sometimes. But it's something really, like right now I'm still quite young, and I'm really proud that I was able to help my mom for them to get to where they are today. So just keep going, and I'm sure everything will turn out well at the end.
Nice.
Yeah.
So guys, for most of you are still confused, is that her triplets brothers amezaliwa na moyo ambaye uko juu chini, kiasi kwamba ni kwamba juu na chini ni damu, mlija wa damu unaingia kwenye hewa na kwenye hewa unaingia kwenye damu. Kwa hiyo alikuwa anashindwa kupumua, ambao kwanza doctors walisema kwamba chances ya yeye to survive it was so similar, like 13%. So the fact kwamba Mikoh survived this, it was a miracle. He's actually a miracle child, because to survive with that situation it's really hard. Na tunaelewa kwamba kuna watoto wengi ambao wanazaliwa na matatizo ya moyo, lakini familia nyingi hazina uwezo wa kuwalipia kuwafanyia operation right away. So what they're trying to do with the work ni kwamba create awareness kwamba kuna hili tatizo la watoto wengi ambao wanazaliwa na ugonjwa wa moyo ambao hawana msaada. So watafanya fun run na walk, 10 km fun run na 5 km walk to raise awareness kwamba kuna watu ambao wanaenda, they go through these things. So na kwa familia ambayo it's going through this, waweze kupata moyo kwamba there's still hope, like usigive up. At the end of the day there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So hold on. Bear in mind she was 4, but she was very courageous. She held her mother's hand, she looked after the triplets. God, that's so much. My sister has twins and I could barely keep my thing together, and I was older. She managed to look after triplets at this age. I mean that age, because now she's older, it's something. So don't give up, don't lose hope. And do you have a story that you want other people to hear? Do you want to raise awareness of something to encourage other people who are suffering? Please hit us up. Let me know. Let me see if there's any way that I can help your voice to be heard. Then that would be it. As I've been saying earlier on, it's a platform where young people can come to tell their story, how they want it to be, like for you to hear it. Because sometimes but they don't tell the right story that you want the other people to hear. So you have heard it from her, and you'll be seeing more of the Mika campaign that will be coming up. Please stay woke. That's the word that people use. Yeah. Stay woke, guys, and look up for Mika Fun Run and do participate. I think they have a website now, so please go through it, read their story, share as much as you can, and just spread love for the people who are going through this. Like they're going through with the people born with heart defect. Until next time.